on the outside to the rest of the world, then it only makes sense that as we change and evolve and how we are as people in this world and relate to one another, the cars have to change with us.
Gina may be one of a kind, but with the introduction of the Gina concept, car design may never return to its original shape ever again.
The idea that every generation needs to find cars for themselves is quite clear in the historical sense. And then if you look forward in the future, then the kind of demands that young people put on our generation are really high, and they expect a different world than the one that we're living in right now. And that's where I think car design has to change to match those expectations.
And the morphing that Gina can do may be only the beginning. Because forward-thinking scientists and designers are planning for a future in which cars can reshape themselves at the molecular level through the emerging science of nanotechnology.
The magic of nanotechnology means that in the future, we may be able to grow things atom for atom. If you can control the migration of individual atoms, you can literally grow cars in your backyard.
By manipulating individual atoms and molecules, nanotechnologists will make cars that are vastly stronger, lighter, and infinitely more flexible. Cars like the Nanospider. Volkswagen designers think that one day they'll be able to program extremely tiny machines, none of them more than 0.5 millimeter in diameter, to assemble themselves into a car.
These robots are creating a shape, a car, like you're driving in a car. Consists out of a society of little nanorobots.
The connections between the nanobots could be changed on the fly. The car shift its shape as needed.
It's like a morphing car. So the vehicle shape would begin to change based on the dynamics of the wind, based on the speed that we want to go, based on whether we're going up a hill or down a hill. And this is what we want to be able to do, much like a bird in flight, being able to change its shape. So in other words, instead of having a car that has a singular shape, the car shape can change.
Using tiny sensors, the nano devices could sense impending collisions and strengthen or weaken their connections accordingly, creating active crumple zones. And when the car has outlived its usefulness, no problem.
It's like a new way of recycle things. It's not like creating a car and after time when you don't need it anymore, then crash it or melt it. You can use the same kind of material to create a different shape for different needs.
Future cars will be able to redesign themselves on the fly. But when the rubber meets the road, just how fast will they go?
If you haven't seen the future, you haven't driven fast enough.